standing on a very historic place in Israel called Mount Gerazim. And Mount Gerazim is kind of a bookend kind of place for Israel. Down in the valley right below Mount Gerazim is a place called Shechem. And that was the place where Abraham came when he came out of the Ur of the Chaldeans. It has just so many significant historic things that have happened in this area. When Jacob came back from Laban, this is where he settled with his family in the Shechem area. When the Israelites came out of the wilderness and into the promised land after they defeated Ai, there's two mountains here, Mount Gerazim and Mount Ebal, where 6 tribes were on one mountain and 6 tribes were on the other mountain, and the Levites were with the ark were in the middle, and they made a covenant with God that they were going to obey him, and they were going to accept the curses that came. Later on, this is where Saul had his temple, or where his palace, and when the kingdom split with David, this is where Ishbosheth had. If you look behind me, this is eventually where the Samaritans set up their kingdom. They believe this is the most holy place over the place in Jerusalem. And when I say bookends, because right over here to the behind me, down the hill over there is the well, the Samaritan's well, where Jesus met the lady at the well. And in John chapter 4, she asked him, is this place more holy, or is the place in Jerusalem? And Jesus says, it's not the place that you worship, it's whether you worship in spirit and truth. But as you see here, the Samaritans set up a temple very much similar to the one in Israel, and Rome destroyed that too, and then the Byzantines built a church here. But this place is just so full of absolute history, Old Testament and New Testament, and I'll show you pictures and the stories of the Golden Dome where they have Jacob's well at, and supposedly where Joseph's bones is buried. But man, so much richness here.